For our first problems in our problem set, 1 through 3, for each table we had to determine if y is proportional to x and explain why or why not. For each, I used my formula here of k is equal to y divided by x to determine if there was a constant unit rate. I divided my y by my x for each of our entries in the table, and each one had the answer there of 4. So yes, I determined that this was a proportional table because they all have a constant unit rate of k equals 4. For our second one, I did the same thing using my formula here of k is equal to y divided by x. For each entry in the table, I divided my y by my x, and in this case, each answer was something different. This told me that no, there was not any proportionality within this table because they do not have a constant unit rate. Finally, for number 3, once again, using my formula, k is equal to y divided by x. For each of these, I got the same answer here of 0.6. That was a repeating decimal. So I determined that yes, this is a proportional table because they all have the constant unit rate of k is equal to 0.6. For problem number 4, all right, they're asking us to look at our table here about the price of coffee and the observations that were made about the price of coffee for different sized bags. And these were our observations. I determined that my X is my ounces of coffee and my Y is my price in dollars. So I used my formula K is equal to Y over X to determine my K for each size bag of coffee, my price divided by the number of ounces, and I determined that yes, there is a constant unit rate each time of K is equal to 35 cents. So for part B, I had to use that relationship to predict the cost of a 20-ounce bag of coffee. And as we talked about, you could add in another section to your table here, putting in your ounces of 20. So we know that is our X. We're trying to determine our price in dollars, so that is our Y. So we use our formula Y is equal to X times K. My X here is 20. I'm multiplying it times my K of 0.35, and I determined that my X would be, that my Y would be $7 would be the price for 20 ounces of the coffee.